Good morning. How's everyone this morning? Good. Welcome to our first music forum all together. Before we get started, so I'm Dr. Osaka, and I am your instructor for this class, although it is a community class in a lot of ways. Before we get started, I would like to introduce one of our new faculty members. Some of you may know her, Taylor Barlow. And Taylor is going to play a piece for us. Oh, I'll get to the right slide. How's that? Da, da, da. Yes, Taylor is going to play a very special piece, and will talk to us a little bit about that piece.
Today I'll be playing The Sky is Bigger Here. This is a piece for bass clarinet and electronics that I commissioned from composer Andrew M. Rodriguez. I'm going to read a brief program note from the composer. The Sky is Bigger Here reflects the many complicated thoughts I have about the place I grew up where I once called home. On one level, there remains a lot of tension between the physical place and the idea of the place that exists in my mind. I grew up in West Texas and moved to the Midwest in my late 20s. So every time I go back to what I once called home, the sky always captivates me. It really does feel bigger there. It took me a long time to recognize the beauty that existed in the place I once thought to be desolate and devoid of anything good. But with time, with time and distance came a greater appreciation of what I once took for granted because I was only ever looking up at the sky and out toward the future, a future away from that place. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much for that lovely performance. Isn't it wonderful to start off our year with music and electronics all at once? I'm going to talk a little bit about what Music Forum is going to look like this semester, but first, as many of you probably are aware, there have been a lot of changes here in our department. And one significant change is that we have a new department chair. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Josh Burrell, who's going to come up and talk to us about this year.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. I am the new department chair. For better or worse, we'll find out. Time will tell. I've been on the job for about a week, so if you've been trying to get in touch with me and haven't been able to, my sincere apologies. I basically run around a lot right now, just trying to do my best. But I hope that that will stop as soon as we get some of our registration taken care of. And I'd be happy to connect with all of you. It's the best part of the job, quite frankly. So There have been a lot of changes, and I'm going to talk through a bit of that, but we have one very important person that I need to introduce you to, and she has a lot going on. This is a very exceptional person who is now part of our team. I'm very excited to introduce to you our new senior staff assistant, Michelle Pullum.
I'm just going to be really quick. I am the one that you will see for contracts. So if you are a student worker, if you're performing at commencement, anything like that, I am your face and contact person for that. I am actually housed in Morton Hall, 278K. My picture and name and information are also on the music page, so you can find me there. But feel free to reach out anytime. You can reach me by phone or email, and I will get back with you just as quickly as possible. Thanks, you guys. Have a good year.
Very important person. You want to get paid? She's the one to talk to. Sadly, I do not actually do that. So if you send it to me, I'm just going to send it to her. So I wanted to make sure you all saw her. So if you're worried about contracts, or if you're a student worker and you're like, I don't know what's going on, that's a very important person to know. Okay. Lot of important changes. So as I said, we have a new staff assistant. So that means that Miss Kaylee Burkhart, she's actually left our department. She now has a new job working in theater in the community, which is something that she's really passionate about, as you know. A couple of other really big changes. If you do not know, Dr. Carolyn Sanders, after 33 years of service to this institution, has retired. One thing I'd like you to know is that we plan to have Dr. Sanders around a lot, so if you are like, I didn't get a chance to say hi one more time, that's okay, because she's going to be around. So we'll look forward to seeing Dr. Sanders quite a bit this year, although she's not here today. Another really big change, I'm very saddened by this suddenness of this, is that Professor Debbie Loach has passed away very quickly this summer of cancer. So sadly, Ms. Loach is not going to be with us this year. I'm very excited that we do have a new percussion professor. This is Professor Evan Sadler. He actually knew Ms. Loach, and they've played together before, which is really exciting. Just shows how small the music world is. And very excited to have him on our faculty. Juilliard grad, University of Michigan, University of Miami. Also along the lines of the University of Miami comes our new wind ensemble instructor. This is Dr. Jack Hantz, who many of you got to meet last spring. If you haven't signed up for the wind ensemble yet, please do and get in touch with him. He is going to do some really awesome things this year. So we're excited to have him. There are a number of changes. I could go on and on all day of all the changes. We have almost a new woodwind faculty, a lot of new brass, more electronics and whatnot. So there's lots of changes, as you can see around here. But with change, I think that comes growth, and that's a real positive thing here. So as part of those changes too, it's not just personnel, but you may have heard, this was late last spring and early into the summer, that our new name has been approved. And you go, new name, what's that about? Well, let me tell you, we are officially the Department of Music, Theater, and Film. So what that means is that music, theater, and film are in one department, and we are going to be able to collaborate in a lot more meaningful ways. You might have known some of the things that we've done, like we had Hair last year and other musicals and operas and whatnot, but we're excited to find new ways of collaborating this year. And so I hope that, Professor Barlow's presentation here, kind of showcasing some of her passions for combining her instrument, clarinet, with electronics, encourage you to be able to think about projects for yourself. We've already seen a number of great examples of this. I know, for example, Mr. Westmeyer and Mr. Weaver have been doing a lot of collaboration together. We have a lot of opportunities to collaborate with all kinds of different interdisciplinary fields within one department. So it's really exciting time for us, and I hope that amidst all these changes, I know it can be a little bit sad. I know I'm a little sad about some of those things, but I also am very excited for our year together. I think we're going to have a great year. We have a lot of really exciting projects coming forward. Professor Oska has been working hard to redesign this class, and with that, I'm going to turn it back over to her to tell you about those changes as well. Have a great year, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Burrell. Actually, if we want to see, if we can go back, there's the brand new, beautiful logo. Music, Theater, and Film, the University of Alabama in Huntsville. So this year for Music Forum, there are going to be some things that have always been, some similar things. Really, the most important thing about this course is it is the one chance that we all have to meet as a community. We don't meet in this space together every single week, but this is the touch point for all music majors and those of you studying instruments. It is a chance for you to interact with your faculty and see a side of your faculty that you might not see. So for instance, Professor Barlow is teaching music history and applied lessons. So you have this opportunity to see another side of Professor Barlow. In just a month, Jillian Gardner, organist and professor here, she and I will be presenting a full recital at the First United Methodist Church. So that'll be an opportunity for you to come off campus and see a little bit of the work that she and I have been doing, aside from the work that we do to serve all of you. I wanted to just kind of alert you to the essence of this course, right? Which is, and you will find this all on Canvas. So we are doing more things on Canvas this semester, but kind of just in a nutshell, really, Music Forum is just a chance for us to gather music students and faculty once a week. So I'm going to go through more specifically exactly what that calendar is going to look like and the different things that we are going to be doing together. But that is kind of the basis of the requirement for this course, that you come into this room, that I greet you and take your attendance and know that you're here and present. The other very important element of this is concert attendance, right? So that you attend 8 concerts during the semester. 4 of them can be concerts that you are in, and 4 of them need to be concerts that you are fully attending. So the way that we're going to do attendance this semester at concerts is that you will, as normal, you will sign in. You will have an opportunity to sign in for a concert. But you will also have the chance to submit onto Canvas 2 things. You will everyone has their phones, right? You will take a picture of the front of the program, and then you are going to be a photographer in the audience of our performance, right? So you will take a picture of, at any point in the performance, you will write the name of the performer and the piece and all of that. You will then also upload that to Canvas. So that's how we're going to take care of concert attendance. They will all be due by the 27th of November, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving. But you are welcome to submit those beautiful photos and program fronts at any point during the semester. Now I know Mr. Westmeyer is going to join us in a minute to talk through one other aspect. But before he does that, so that is how we do concert attendance, and we're going to start something new. So basically what I am going to encourage you all is to attend as many concerts as you possibly can throughout the semester. So you may attend 8 concerts and get credit for that. But we're going to have a competition. We are going to have a concert attendance competition. And at the end of the semester, whoever has attended the most concerts is going to win a prize. a very large prize yet to be determined. So stay tuned for more information on that, okay? So before we go through, I just want to alert you that on the Canvas page, there are going to be resources for you. So we have a lot of concerts that happen in our community here at UAH, but we have so many wonderful organizations that give concerts. Oftentimes, every week we'll have kind of announcement like, just, so that maybe we will announce the concerts coming up so that when you're here, you can know what's going on in the community. But I want you to be able to, at any point, go on to, the website of the Huntsville Symphony, and see if, does everyone know that Huntsville Symphony has student rush tickets? Yes? Has anyone ever gotten a student rush ticket for the Huntsville Symphony? Oh my gosh, Catherine has. We have one student that has taken advantage of the student rush. But that's a wonderful opportunity, right? You show up, you get a ticket, and you go to see the symphony. We have so many organizations that are doing wonderful concerts. I took a look at the Huntsville Chamber Music Guild program for this year. Fantastic. So there's so many opportunities. So I encourage you all to take that time and see something interesting in the community that involves music. I'm going to provide more information for this, but if you are interested, there is an opportunity through the VBC to be an usher, to train to become an usher, and then you can go to concerts that way. So that's another opportunity. So I will be sending out information, and if that's something that you're interested in doing, it's a 1-hour training, and then you are trained to go and usher at concerts, all through the VBC. Do I have a hand up there? Ashton?
Do they pay?
No, I don't believe you get paid to usher. I think you get to see the show for free, right? And that's, there are a whole number of organizations that are involved in that particular, that you then are qualified to usher for, okay? I just can't emphasize enough how important it is for you to be out there seeing music performed live. Very important. Okay, so you will find that on the resources page. Before we go through this, I'm gonna ask if Matt Westmeyer will come and join us. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So one additional thing that we are going to be doing this semester is, as part of this course, each one of you are going to have the opportunity, as part of your coursework, to assist, stage manage, or usher at one of our events here at UAH, okay? And Matt is going to tell us just a little bit more about that.
Okay. So, hey everybody. So, my name's Matt. I do music tech here, and we're part of the sound crew for all the events we do, everything that happens in this building right here, and a couple of the other buildings that we have. In this class, I think Dr. Osaga has pointed out that you guys are actually required to come out and get experience backstage at least one or two?
Just one.
Just one concert, okay? So I want to be you guys' point of contact for that. So any of our concerts that we do, if you want that to be your credit for working backstage, please reach out to me and Ashton McCarty up there at the top. He's the first of our federal work study team, so he's going to be kind of our team captain for organizing you guys and the student workers. So we'll have a contact info to both of us posted. And another thing I wanted to kind of share with you guys is the concert listing. If you don't mind me backing out of this real quick, I was going to want to pull up that spreadsheet really quick. Give me 1 second. I have to do it online. This will take me just 1 second. Okay, so our master concert list here, this is something I share with faculty, but I do want to make that available to you guys. So I will be kind of printing this every once in a while and kind of posting it around the studio and around the music office as well. So what I do, part of my other job here is I go through and I schedule rooms for these concerts to happen, and I put them on a spreadsheet here for everybody to see. So in bold are our concerts coming up. So we're from beginning of the semester here all the way down to the end of the semester here. So so far scheduled in, I've got our first Constellation recital, which is going to be that's off campus at First United Methodist Church. The faculty recital for Jillian Gardner. Is that correct? Okay. And then Wind Ensemble is going to be here on the 28th of September. Choir is going to be here on the 3rd of October, and so on and so on. So kind of keep that in mind. Those are some good opportunities. Any of these that are in bold, especially ones that are Constellation, we could use the most help in Constellation events. Dress in black when you come and help. On the Constellation events, let's try to be a little bit more professional and dress in our concert attire. In the other events, just make sure you're wearing black if you're going to be backstage with me, and I can kind of work with you on stage management, on setting up stage, the arrangement of stage and chairs and music stands and things like that. That's what I think you guys will really benefit from, and also if you're interested in the actual recording side or the streaming side or the stagehand, moving speakers around side, there's a lot of experience to be gained from that. So reach out to me, Matthew.Westmeyer@UAH, to get those scheduled in. All right, thank you.
And actually, sorry, yes, we have a question, yes?
Yeah, I wanted to make a note about ushering at the VBC. That's definitely volunteer. You will not get paid for it. But that gives you, for anything you volunteer for, you get to see whatever's there, which includes the Huntsville Symphony, the big traveling shows like Mamma Mia, the Book of Mormon, the Black Jacket Symphony plays there. They cover like Van Halen and the Eagles. So there's lots of big events that happen there that you can see for free if you're volunteering to usher for that show. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, it's definitely worth doing. And also talking about doing all the work backstage, the BBC Concert Hall had professional people who do that. You're in a union, and so if you get into that, you're making like $50–60 an hour. And so there's guys who do that back there who've been doing it for decades.
The IATSE.
It's paid actually really well.
Yeah, and that's ushering is a straight path to that. So that'll introduce you to all the people you need to talk to for that. So again, we've had students do that in the past too, join the union, and then move on to other stagehand jobs or live sound jobs or rigging jobs, or there's all kinds of different opportunities there. So the IATSE Workers Union is what that is. So we got good connections to that. Thanks.
Yeah, and why not start here, right? So if you are thinking, I really want to stage manage a concert, like soon, there is a sign-up sheet backstage where you can sign your name and your email for a specific concerts. There are 5 concerts available, so please don't run too fast back there, but you can sign up and stage manage. Or you may come and be asked to fold programs. You may come and be asked to greet people, or bring people into the hall. There are a lot of different things that go into creating a good concert experience for the people that come to UAH to hear us perform. Okay? So we are just going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we are going to do this semester. So early on, we are going to have the opportunity to hear from our faculty in a variety of different ways. So part of what I think is interesting is that we have a group full of, we have pianists, we have singers, we have percussionists, we have brass players, we have wind players, and so we all kind of come at this growing and developing as musicians in a slightly different way. So we're going to hear from faculty and from students on kind of different ways that we contribute to our development as musicians, right? So we're going to start our semester off with that. We're also going to hear, we just heard from one of our new faculty, and we're going to hear from Dr. Jack Hans is going to give us a presentation of his research. So we get to see another side of Dr. Hans and the work that he does as a musician and as a conductor. We are also going to meet, as always, just a couple of times this semester in our studio classes, right? So voice and piano and instrumental. This is an opportunity for you to get feedback from other faculty about the playing that you're doing. It's kind of the first look into the work that you're doing on presenting a piece. So please talk to your studio instructor about performing in the studio class. It doesn't have to be a perfect performance. It's the first performance, and that is sometimes the most important performance that we give because it kind of sets us on our path for that piece. So we will continue to meet as a studio. We will also, once this semester, gather, you'll see on September 14th, UAH Music Open Studio Class. What is that? We are going to gather on this stage with the piano and with our instruments and selves, and we are going to have an all UAH Music studio class. We'll have representatives from all areas, and this is a chance for us to share and learn from each other about the ways that we approach performing and the way that we talk about performance and develop as performers. So that's something new, and I'm hoping that everyone will be excited to participate in this, a chance for student feedback, faculty feedback, and for us to all perform in a little bit more of an informal state together, okay? We will have 2 student recitals only this semester, 2 formal student recitals on this stage. The first is September 28th, and the last is on November 16th. So please put those in your calendar and prepare to perform for us, okay? We will have also a couple of previews, or one in particular this semester. So Dr. Carey and I are working with 2 faculty members from the University of the South, SWANEE. We gave a performance last February. Some of you may have attended a quartet performance. Sorry?
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, on that day when everyone watched the Super Bowl, you also came to hear us sing quartet music. So we are going to be teaming up with them again for a full Constellation performance on October 19th. But we're going to give a little preview of that concert on October 12th. So they'll have a chance to kind of hear a little bit of the music in advance and hear about our process and our work preparing this particular program. As Dr. Burrell mentioned, we are now the Department of Music, Theater, and Film. Theater and film students do not come to this class, but we will hopefully bring them in to gather. We are going to have on, it is November 9th, UAH Music, Theater, and Film Wellness Week. More information to come, but we are going to look at a variety of different ways that we can maintain our health and wellness in the face of challenges that come up that affect our abilities to be people and musicians. So we're going to hopefully gather with theater and film to experience some of these new ideas on how to stay healthy and well. Okay, so before we end, I want to leave time for announcements. If you haven't signed, if I didn't say hello and sign you in, please come to see me and I will check you in as present today. We'll have a small announcement, and then it's still a pretty beautiful day, yeah? So we're gonna open the doors, so there are some snacks and drinks in the backstage. So I encourage you to come off the stage and backstage, grab some snacks and some drinks, and then come back out here, go outside, talk to your friends, talk to your faculty, and we will end our time today that way. Okay, but before we do, I want to leave time for announcement. I know we have one specific announcement, yes, from Catherine Hardgrave. Do you want to come down here, Catherine? Okay.
Hi, I'm Catherine Hardgrave. You might have met me already or might not have. I am this year's UAH MTNA Collegiate Chapter President. MTNA is a larger national organization that stands for Music Teachers National Association. We are the UAH chapter of the organization. It's not just for pianists, it's for all musicians, and we are dedicated to, this chapter is dedicated to music research, education, performance, and most importantly, creativity in music. So if you have any musical interests that are related to music or anything you want to combine with music, then we do lots of interdisciplinary events. We're also planning some student outreach events to connect with musicians in the community. And we are also hoping to send students to research conferences like we have in the past. This is a fairly new organization. It existed before, but we're bringing it back this semester. So if you're interested, you want to join, you can help shape the organization as it goes forward. We will have a sign-up sheet, I think a Google form also available that Dr. Ng will bring out. If you have any questions about it, just ask me, or ask Dr. Ng or our Vice President, Elizabeth Johnson, who's sitting up there. And our first meeting time is still to be announced because people's availabilities are all over the place, but we'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much.
Dr. Ng? Yeah. Okay. Absolutely, please.
Hi, I'm Dr. Melody Ng. For those who are new, welcome. Thank you, Catherine, and thank you, Dr. Osuga. I wanted to mention, first of all, is congratulations to our alum, Mr. Matt Gardner, our outstanding student and alum of the choirs, but also was the former president of the UAH Collegiate chapter that Catherine just mentioned. He just recently won the Outstanding Educator Award from Alabama Music Educators Association. Is that right, Dr. Carey?
Yes, the Young Music Educator Award.
After only teaching for 2 years? 3 years in Decatur High School. I just got a confirmation that he's very happy to come back and talk to all of you. But I want to link that to going back to the importance of student involvement in your college life in this particular collegiate chapter, because this is the only official student chapter for this department so far on the music side. And historically and going forward, we have done so much opportunities to students, for students, like Catherine said, for anything music. It's really whatever you want to do. And Matt Gardner, I mentioned him was because he will tell you that being involved in an organization like that when you're a student is the best way to really set up your successful life, because you get to try everything, from fundraising, from organizing events, from networking, and just teaching and performing. And so, linking to that, Dr. Osuga and I were brainstorming how to encourage this community together when we have so many wonderful students from all over the state, out of state, and new faculty as well. Is we want to utilize the Student Collegiate chapter, and I have the Google form. If you would like to perform informally, please indicate on the form, and whatever instruments you want to collaborate with or you haven't collaborated with, you want to, put it on the form. That way we know what to pair or what faculty to connect, and start there, because we have those official student recitals that I believe you're also required to perform. But I know that many of you may love more than just your jewelry pieces. Yes? some rock and roll, some pop, some musical theater stuff. And so I will set up the Google form for Catherine and all of you. And if you are already members, still come and put in your information, because in the form it asks your availability. And that is a big thing. There are so many of you are also double degree students. It's really hard to coordinate, and we only ask about 30 minutes of your time for the first meeting. But we really want you to just get to know each other, collaborate. That's the best thing you can. I think if you ask any faculty, they would tell you that college friends really last for life. So, anything to add on the collaboration? Okay, thank you all. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, Dr. Ng. Do we have any other announcements before we eat snacks? No. Ashton?
You guys should sign up for the stage crew stuff. It's really fun. Really, really fun.
And there's a sign up in the back, and I will direct you all to that. Also, so if you have questions about this course or the requirements of this course, please send me an email. Also, my office hours, and my office is B210. My office hours are on Thursday after this from 11 to 12. So please stop by if you have any questions. I am always happy to talk to you all, okay? So Dr. Ng has some sign-ups. We have some sign-ups and some snacks and some food and some drinks and all that. So please come up onto the stage and come backstage, okay? Thank you all.